Why are we here?
I lost my ring last night at a bet, and I'm here to try to buy it back.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
What's up, Barney?
Hey, Billy.
So how'd you lose your most prized possession?
Thumb wrestling. Like that. Give me your hand.
You mean arm wrestling?
No, I mean thumb wrestling.
You used to be strong. What happened?
And you used to be hairy. What happened?
What's up, Barney?
Hey, how you doing? Jumbo shrimp around?
My friend wants his ring back.
Stays where it is.
That's unacceptable.
These are the guys, Barney?
Yeah.
Oh. You lost to Santa's helper?
I was drunk.
Ah, well, you're not drunk now.
Hey, Lee.
The classics. You prefer to be called Jumbo, Shrimp. Call me that again. Cut your fucking head off. Barney wants his ring back.
Hey, it stays here, asshole.
You leave me no other choice, Dinky.
My turn, bitch.
Come on, Chuck. Come on, cowboy.
You almost killed me. You're gonna give me the kill switch and we're gonna end all this.
I see you like to play with knives.
The film opens in Libya at the former chemical plant of Gaddafi. A contingent of soldiers is stationed outside, guarding a general and his family. Initially, everything appears to be routine until one soldier observes something amiss. One of their comrades is already deceased. Before anyone can respond, a helicopter swoops in, and chaos ensues as armored trucks storm the facility to join the assault. A man named Ramad approaches a tank and inquires about the general's whereabouts.
Tell me, where is General Fizan?
One of his men skillfully eliminates several adversaries.
Please, go!
The narrative then shifts to Barney, who is in New Orleans. He knocks on a door from which shouting can be heard. Upon entering, he finds Lee embroiled in an argument with a new member named Gina. The two then proceed to a local bar, where Barney seeks to reclaim a ring he lost in a bet.
What's up,
Hey,
Barney?
Billy.
So how'd you lose your most prized possession?
Thumb wrestling. Like that. Give me your hand.
You mean arm wrestling?
No, I mean thumb wrestling.
You used to be strong. What happened?
And you used to be hairy. What happened?
What's up, Barney?
Hey, how you doing? Jumbo shrimp around?
The security guard, Eddie Hall, advises him to back off, but Lee intervenes, taking some knuckle guards from Barney to confront Jumbo, the individual to whom he lost the bet.
You prefer to be called Jumbo, Shrimp. Call me that again. Cut your fucking head off. Barney wants his ring back.
Jumbo refuses to return the ring, prompting Barney to express his frustration about his back, leaving them with no choice but to resort to fighting.
Hey, it stays here, asshole.
You leave me no other choice, Dinky.
turn, bitch!
Come on, truck. Come on, cowboy.
You almost killed me.
Next, we are introduced to the crew as they prepare for combat under Barney's leadership. His team includes Lee, his trusted right-hand man, Gunner, who is eccentric yet effective, Toll Road, an expert in explosives, and newcomers Easy Day and Galan, eager to prove their worth. A CIA operative named Marsh then arrives, presenting an urgent mission concerning an arms dealer with his own militia, who has been contracted by an individual named Ocelot to steal nuclear missile detonators. The team's objective is to travel to Libya and ensure that those detonators remain there. With their mission established, the team boards their aircraft and ascends into the sky. Meanwhile, in Libya, the general's son finds himself with a gun pointed at his head. He informs his captors that the nuclear detonators are located in the control room and provides them with the safe's code. However, this does not prevent the bullet from claiming his son's life. As they enter Libyan airspace, they come under missile lock. The crew proceeds to the facility just as Ramit completes packing the nuclear detonators. He exits the facility, and Gunner attempts to take a shot at him but misses. After donning his glasses, he tries again but fails once more. Ramit believes he is escaping, but the Expendables are already in pursuit right behind him.
Gunner, we could use some help!
Now that's what I'm talking about, Gunner.
We're inside!
Copy. Split up.
We lost the 50 count!
Meanwhile, Barney's aircraft runs out of flares during the engagement. Despite the precarious situation, he instructs Lee to retrieve the detonators. However, Lee disregards this command and chooses instead to target the enemy missile launcher. Unfortunately, this decision does not save Barney, as Ramit takes aim and brings down the plane. Ramit boards his helicopter and departs as the aircraft crashes to the ground in a massive explosion. Lee and the rest of the team rush to the wreckage, where they discover a lifeless body, unrecognizable but wearing the Expendables ring. The scene transitions to a somber memorial for their fallen comrade, Barney. Lee is visibly upset. Agent Marsh approaches Lee, informing him that he will not be returning to the mission. The rest of the team concurs, citing Lee's betrayal of Barney's direct orders as a reason for their decision. They express that Barney's sacrifice was in vain. Lee stands alone, taking Barney's ring before walking away. Days later, he visits Gina's house to investigate a declassified file related to Barney's death that may lead to Ocelot. While there, Lee discovers that he has placed a tracker on a knife he gifted to Gina. Accompanying them is another recruit named Lash. The team proceeds to a CIA black site located in the South Asian Sea, while Lee is in Thailand. He heads towards a boat emblazoned with the Expendables logo and inquires with a cleaner about a man named Dika. The cleaner claims not to know him, prompting Lee to board the boat. The cleaner, unhappy with this action, attacks Lee but halts when he notices Barney's ring. Lee explains the situation, and the cleaner introduces himself as Dika. At the CIA black site, the team prepares for their mission as Marsh enters and informs them that Ramit has hijacked a ship en route to Russia, where a trade is set to occur. He also notes that Ocelot will be present at the scene, concluding that he will accompany them due to their previous mishap in Libya. Following this briefing, they board the plane and take off. Upon arrival, they begin parachuting onto the vessel, landing swiftly. The group divides into two teams, but to their surprise, the ship is eerily quiet. Gina and her team break into the control room, finding no one there, while Toll's team conducts a similar search. Suddenly, the lights go out. Within moments, they find themselves surrounded and are subsequently locked in a room together. Tensions rise as they accuse one another of being a mole. Just then, the door opens, and Bach enters with armored guards, demanding to know who their leader is. When Marsh identifies himself, Bach knocks him unconscious and departs, leaving them with only the man they had previously dismissed as their last hope. Accompanied by Dika, they approach the enemy's captured vessel. When Lee instructs his comrade to prepare for action, he declines, expressing that returning to his previous ways of killing would mean closing that chapter permanently. In response, Lee fires a grappling gun and ascends to the deck. Suddenly, he finds himself at gunpoint, but he manages to distract the assailant long enough to neutralize him. Marsh is brought to the deck and sees Russo on the feed. After being struck once more, Ramit demands a prisoner exchange, leaving Marsh with no choice but to agree to the trade. Meanwhile, while the others remain trapped, Lee operates independently, silent and focused, dispatching anyone who obstructs his path. Rahmet receives information suggesting there may be an informant on board and summons his dead man. However, Lee responds instead, warning Rahmet that he made a mistake by allowing him to survive their encounter in Libya and that it will not happen again. He rushes toward his allies, eliminating any adversaries in his line of sight, and Dika later joins him.
I'll have a look. Thank you.
Below deck, Galan begins to envision how he will eliminate both Rahmet and Bach, with his thoughts taking an unusual turn. They discover a concealed trapdoor, and Galan is the first to venture through it. Meanwhile, Russo informs Rahmet that Mr. BIA is en route, revealing that he is the only individual who knows Ocelot's identity. The lethal duo soon discovers their friend's cell is empty. As the Expendables navigate the corridors, they are spotted by several men. However, Lee is quick to draw his weapon and takes them out first. Lee informs Toll that he needs to investigate the large bomb he observed. It is revealed that the warhead is active and set to detonate in 27 minutes. Given that the ship is a stolen vessel en route to Russia, its explosion could potentially trigger World War III. They proceed to locate the kill switch but encounter several mercenaries along the way. Lee confronts Rahmet, who draws his weapons.
You're gonna give me the kill switch and we're gonna end all this.
I see you like to play with knives.
Is that the biggest one you've got? That's the biggest one I got.
As the helicopter for the prisoner exchange finally arrives, Lee notices Agent Marsh's toothpicks on the floor, leading him to realize that Marsh is Ocelot. Ocelot eliminates the prisoner and both pilots. With only 12 minutes remaining, Lee decides to destroy the escape helicopter by crashing it into the ocean beside them. Ocelot informs Lee that the kill switch he possesses could avert World War III, however, he expresses a desire for it to occur, believing it would be immensely profitable and that the Expendables would shoulder the blame. He then discards the kill switch into the ocean. Lee quickly departs, stating they need a new plan, prompting Dika to suggest they can escape using his boat while Gunner and Easy Day assist an injured Toll Road. The team begins their descent toward the stern. With the grapple still secured, the crew descends one by one until only Lee remains. He resolves to cut off the hook, leaving Gina staring at him in horror as she realizes he is facing imminent danger. With 7 minutes remaining, Lee proceeds to the control room, where he drops the anchor and sets the ship to full throttle, turning the helm fully. The vessel begins to descend as he releases the anchor and steers it away from Russian waters. Under fire, he engages enemy mercenaries single-handedly. Suddenly, the soldiers are obliterated in an explosion. In a daze, Lee opens the door to find Marsh challenging him to a one-on-one confrontation. As Lee descends, a helicopter appears and opens fire on Marsh. Upon closer inspection, Lee recognizes Barney piloting the helicopter. He jumps aboard, and Barney launches missiles at the ship, causing it to sink. They escape just moments before detonation. Later, the crew reunites, expressing their relief at seeing both Barney and Lee safe. Barney explains that he had placed Jumbo in his position to fake his own death while retrieving files and classified information to force Ocelot out of hiding. The film concludes with the crew celebrating their victory and enjoying their reunion. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.